Rise and shine, it's time for D is for drama. That's drama with the D. She puts the D in drama. Her guest will spill the tea. Tune into D is for drama. If gossip's what you need, it's time for D is for drama. That's drama with the D. D!
Wow. You got me pumped.
Welcome to the pod. I'm your host, Shannon D. And today I am joined by my friend, my classmate, my Meisner classmate, stuntman, actor extraordinaire, jiu-jitsu?
I've done it.
Karate?
Yeah, that was my specialty.
Colton Haley.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Excited to be here. It's baby's first podcast.
I was going to ask, have you ever done a podcast?
No, first one.
Welcome. Yay.
Yeah. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm happy to be here.
No, don't be nervous.
Okay.
Nothing to be nervous about.
Great.
So Colton and I were very first partners in our Meisner class. It's a 2-year program. Katie K, the comedian that I had on, she is also, and she was your partner next.
She was one of my partners as well.
Or a couple after.
Yeah.
So the beginning of Meisner is very strange.
Yep.
A lot of repeating back and forth, having to stare at each other in the eyes when you barely know one another. For like, how long was the timer in the beginning? 5 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
And we had to legitimately like just stare each other in the eye and be like, your hair looks nice.
Yep. Your
My
hair looks nice.
Yep. Your hair looks nice.
My hair looks nice.
You look like a frat boy.
I look like a frat boy?
You look like a frat boy.
I look like a frat boy.
Okay, you look like a frat boy.
Okay, I look like a frat boy.
So it's just that for a long time. And then we would bring in activities. And it was supposed to be like an activity that was kind of difficult, right?
Yeah, but there was a time component. It had to take, at least 20 or 30 minutes to complete, and there had to be a standard of perfection. So there had to be a reason. You had to do it really well or excellent
in a timely manner.
And within a timely manner.
And then the other person is just like bothering you and distracting you and just repeating observations.
Yep.
So it's all very much about observations, and we're like way further along in the program now,
but
a lot of your activities were your stuntman physicalities.
Yes.
A lot of beating up dummies.
Hitting pads.
Yeah. Bringing
Punching
like
mitts.
a stick.
Had sticks. Yep. My collie sticks.
Like, the like
nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
Yeah. Yep. Many nunchucks in rehearsals for sure. All of my partners have seen those many times.
What were mine? I don't even remember. What did I do?
You did some podcasting activities.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
That actually, I got some good praise for that one. I feel like people really liked that one.
Yeah.
I brought that one into class, and I was setting up my podcast equipment that you guys have seen on the YouTube and trying to like get the sound levels.
Yeah.
And trying to hear them while you were.
And that was with me as a partner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I had a very important guest coming, and I needed it to be perfect.
Yeah. And I forget, at that point, was I coming in with anything?
No, I think
I was just coming into.
I think you were just at the door, right?
Just repeating.
But I love class.
I do too.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch everybody too.
Truly.
And see what everybody brings. And now, because we're deeper into it, now there's shared relationships, and you build a whole, backstory. Like, Shannon and I we could be married, or we could be
lots
brothers.
Of cheating.
Cheating, yeah. We could be infidelity.
Yeah.
You and I could be siblings, best friends of 10 years, like
a lot of betrayal. It's like we're in our own reality show.
Yeah.
But we call it, me, Katie, Kara, and Liv, call it like our show. We're like, we missed our show if we're absent from class. Like, give me a recap of this week's show.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Everybody's favorite reality TV. And it's live.
It's live.
You
guys would love it. You would truly love it.
Yeah,
it's drama filled.
I'm
like
cry.
Sobbing every class.
Yeah, people cry every week.
Yeah.
People are crashing out. I often crash out. Everybody, you crash out all the time.
True. Actually, Colton and I must say, I think we were the first ones to be like screaming at each other.
Yeah. I think we broke a barrier, I think.
We broke the ice for everybody.
Yeah, we got pretty amped.
So you're a stuntman.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
Professionally for about a little over 3 years now.
Nice. Yeah, you've been doing so good.
Thank you. Yeah, I grew up doing martial arts. Karate was my first love. I started when I was 5. I got my second degree black belt when I was 15. And then I got into some high school sports and wrestled, which was kind of, an offshoot of my martial arts training. I was always interested in the idea of stunts because I grew up watching Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and just a bunch of superhero movies. But when I was a kid, I was like, if you asked me what I wanted to be when I was a kid, I would say like Batman. But not like to play Batman, but like literally,
you wanted to actually
literally
be Batman.
Like I had plans to like, I didn't know where my money was going to come from, but I'm like, I'm going to get really rich and then I'm going to get a really like nice car and it's gonna be black and I'm gonna make it like a tank, like the Batmobile,
the Colton-mobile.
Yeah, but I'd have a secret identity.
What would it be? Did you ever come up with
I wanted to be Batman. I was gonna be Batman.
Batman too. Or real life Batman.
Yeah, or a Ninja Turtle sometimes.
Oh my God.
Raphael is my favorite. I would do the red bandana.
Well, that was like my sister when we were kids. We used to watch Star Trek with my dad. And she thought it was real. I think my dad must have told us it was real. And she was like, that's what I want to be when I'm older.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah. Which you could be like an astronaut, that's kind of close.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I wanted to be.
An astronaut?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Oh, yeah.
I think space scared me.
But you are Batman. Can we say that?
Yeah, we can say that. Yeah.
And so now he is.
Yeah. In a live show at Six Flags. Haven't done it in the movies yet. Who knows? But it was a great, 5-year-old Colton was very happy to be able to. I did a stunt show at Six Flags this past summer. It was a DC comic book universe stunt show.
Yeah.
And I got to play Batman, which was a lot of fun for me and made 5-year-old Colton extremely happy. Yeah, it was
That's
cool.
so fun.
Yeah.
So was it like also like what Superman and stuff in the show?
Yeah, Superman was there. We had Wonder Woman. It was a show, and we'd do like, there'd be some like fighting segments of the show, and then we do meet and greets. So I'd get to, meet some kids who were also big Batman fans.
Wait, that's probably so fun because it probably really made you feel like you were famous.
Oh yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah.
And they probably were like, to be like someone's hero. It would be like little 5-year-old Colton.
Literally.
You.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So the little kids were the best.
And then you do Waterworld at Universal.
Yep. I've done Waterworld. I've done the Purge show, which is like the Halloween Horror Nights version.
Yeah.
They flip the venue into a more like horror themed Purge show.
And you're like jumping off, like you showed me the Waterworld ones before. You're like jumping off of like huge cliffs. They're not cliffs. What do you call them? Like a pirate kind of.
Right? I'm technically a pirate in that show. I think the highest dive that I would do in that show is 30 or 35 feet into the water.
God.
And then the highest one, which is the fire dive, there's a guy who gets lit on fire and then dives into the water. I think that's at 45 feet.
Oh my God.
So it's like, 4.5 stories.
I can't even do like 10 feet, legitimately.
Really?
I mean, I've done it, but I'll be like terrified and it'll take me like 20 minutes to jump off it. I should find those videos of me. It's like, once I saw the video, I was like, oh, that's how high that cliff was. That looked like it was 45 feet.
It always looks taller when you're at the top.
So much
versus,
taller.
Looking up at it.
And plus,
when you're looking down, it's tall.
I'm almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah, you got some
extra. So it's not
extra.
just 10 feet, it's 16 feet.
Right.
Is where my eye level is.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
Damn, so you're not afraid of heights at all?
I wouldn't say not at all. I mean, it depends what's underneath me. You know what I mean? And how high. But I mean, I'm more comfortable than most people. Yeah, because with high falls, sometimes you go into like an airbag, which is like it looks like a big kids like playhouse, but it's for like hitting, falling into that.
Does that hurt more than water or about the same?
That's often, I would say, softer than water.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if you hit water the right way, it's soft, but because it's easy to.
Then it's like.
Yeah, it's easy to smack.
Flop.
Yeah, or like on your back. So
can't you like break bones?
I mean, if you're high enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at our height.
Okay.
I mean, there have been
keep it safe.
There have been some gnarly accidents that have happened though. But yeah, it's usually at our height not high enough to like really like injure you. You'll hurt yourself though. You can hurt yourself for sure.
Oof.
Yeah. But yeah, the airbag. Obviously, you're not going to hit the airbag the same way you hit water. It's pretty soft, depending on how big it is. It's scary if you have a small airbag, because then you're like, looking at the ground. Like, how much clearance do I have?
For real, that's scary. You got to get it right.
Yeah.
Why don't they make them huge? Because
sometimes they do, but certain shows I've done, you're on something that's moving, and so they only have so much area.
Oh, yeah.
They only have so much space for the
be able
airbag to
put
live
it.
in, which
Mhm.
means that's all you got to land
Right.
on. So you gotta make do with what you get.
I actually have landed on one of them now that I'm thinking about
Oh,
it.
have you?
I was like drunk skiing, and there was this
Oh,
big like ski where you kind of off of the
yeah, off the
slope, I
slope.
guess. And I went down, and then I'm like this in the air, like with my skis are like flopping all over the place. But yeah, it was very soft.
You went onto an airbag.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
So cool. I'm so cool.
That's pretty baller. I've never
Liquid
skied.
courage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
My sister always wanted to be a stuntman, though. That was the other thing she wanted to be as
She
a
wanted to be a
kid.
stuntman.
Yeah.
Gender change and all.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
was
yeah.
that? Cool.
Yeah. It was going to be quite the process
Yeah.
for her. But no, she did always want to be a stunt woman. She's like a daredevil, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you have a story for me
Mm.
that has to do with theme parks.
Oh, yeah.
Take it away.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll start at the beginning. That's how all good stories start. When I was in high school, I was a rally commissioner for. What's a rally commissioner? I get that question a lot. Did you have like high school pep rallies?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I was in the leadership. You had like a leadership thing at school, leadership class.
guess.
Okay.
I was like the one that got all crazy dressed up and like ran around during the pep rally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were you in a leadership class, or were you just
I
did you
think so.
volunteer for that?
They just like were like, you do it.
Okay. They pitched it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, fun.
But I wasn't like the head of it. They were just like, here.
You got the spunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So at my high school, we had a leadership class. It was called ASB, Associate Student Body
Mhm.
Leadership. I got in that class originally, not because I was interested in leadership, but because there was a girl I had a really big crush on
Of course.
who was in the class.
Yeah.
And I met her, I think, my freshman year. Oh, I met her in a French class, and I went up to French 2, but I didn't want to do French anymore. But I wanted to continue to be in a class with her,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't want to do French because it was getting hard.
Yes.
I didn't want to do it anymore. But she was in leadership, and I was like, well, I could do leadership. That looks like fun. People like paint posters and stuff, whatever,
For sure.
I just wanted to like stay in her like orbit. I wanted to stay around her.
I love that.
So-
did she know? Like, did you ever shoot your shot?
Oh, we had like a brief like
Fling.
fling, and it wasn't the best.
That's for another episode.
Yeah. Yeah. She knew I had a crush on her, so she probably knew I was getting in there for her.
Stalking her.
Yeah. I'm sure she knew. But yeah, you had to go through like a whole. It wasn't easy. You couldn't just like apply and then like you're in the class. You had to like apply and then get referrals and then go through like you had to like write an essay why you should be in leadership and then go through an interview process and like the board had to invite you in. So I went through all of this to like get in the class to continue to
Oh, wow.
be in a class with this girl from my future high school years.
If he wanted to, he would, ladies.
Right.
What a process.
Yeah, I've been known to be a little OCD about things.
Well, he's a quadruple cap.
That's true. Yeah. Thank you for stating quad.
Yeah.
People will say stellium, and that's 3 at least, but
I know. I did say triple last time, and you corrected me.
I had to. Yeah.
I was going to say that was a very Capricorn thing
Yeah.
to do.
Exactly. That's how you
I'm
know.
a quadruple cap too, though. Remember?
You're quadruple
Yeah,
cap.
remember we looked on our things. It's not my big 3. It's only
Okay.
one of my big 3. Like
Yeah.
his is big 3. His
Yeah.
big 3 are all cap,
Yeah.
and you can tell he's a very hard worker.
Oh, thank you.
But I do have it in 4 as well.
Do you? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Twinsies quad caps.
Twinsies.
What's your main, by the way?
Aries,
Aries.
and then Gemini rising.
Okay, Gemini. They're the crazy ones, or did they say
Gemini?
that? Did they say they're two-faced?
Two
The two-faced,
or
yeah.
like 2 personalities.
Right. I wouldn't say that about Shannon.
No, I don't think so.
To her face.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I wouldn't say
To her
that.
2 faces.
yeah. I'd say to one of her faces, maybe.
Depends on the
But
day.
yeah. The one that could take it.
Yeah, exactly.
That wouldn't smack me for it. But yeah, so I joined ASB leadership. My good buddy, Temo, shout out Temo. Temo wasn't in leadership, and he really wanted to be a rally commissioner. But there was a rule that to be a rally commissioner, it's a duo, so you need 2 people.
Oh,
One of the people needed to have been in leadership at least the previous year.
okay.
So because Temo hadn't been in leadership, he needed somebody like me to run with him for rally commissioner.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to run for rally commissioner because people hated the rallies. Like
Mm.
every year, we had like 3 rallies a year. Everybody would be kind of talking shit about the rallies. Like, this sucks. Like, it's so boring. Like, this is lame. Like, why are we
Yeah.
here? And I didn't want to have that on my back.
No.
I didn't want to be the guy getting the shit for the rallies.
No,
you know?
no.
So I'm like, why do you want to be a rally commissioner? Nobody likes him. He's
Yeah.
like, no, like, it'll be cool, like it'll be so fun, blah blah blah.
We'll make it better or something.
Yeah.
Like, we'll make it cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We can run for rally commissioner, but if we do, we really got to make it our own. We got to do something that like nobody else has done. We got to make it cool.
Yes.
We don't want to be the guys like who everybody's shitting on in high school. We ended up winning, get like votes. You know, your student body has a vote for the rally commissioners.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
It was a big deal. So every year for the rallies, it would start with the drama troupe.
Oh.
Now, all respect to drama, obviously.
Yeah.
We're both actors.
Yeah.
People didn't love watching this part of the rally, the opening of the rally.
Yeah. What was it, like a scene?
They would take like a song from a musical, and I think it was Dr. Seuss one of the years. So they did Seussical.
Oh, okay.
So they're coming out and doing like, you know, a version of Seussical.
Version.
Yeah, they probably rehearsed for like a week or whatever, right? And so, you know, I'm sitting with everybody in the audience and like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
Shit.
Yeah.
I think at that age anyway, that was always kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's cool to like talk shit about whatever's going on, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, when we do the rallies, we're gonna scrap the drama troupe, or we'll have them on. Here was our thing.
You fired them.
I was like, we're not gonna fire anybody, but we're gonna make everybody audition. So like everybody understood like, oh yeah, drama troupe does this, cheerleaders are in here doing this, blah blah blah. I was like, let's make everybody audition. That way we can see what's gonna be in it.
Yes.
And that way we're not the ones getting shit for if anything's
you
subpar.
signed off on it.
Exactly. So we went to the drama department and we were like, hey, we'd like everybody to audition for who's going to be in the rally. Would you be cool with, you know, kind of just putting your thing together and showing us? The drama teacher didn't like that.
Yeah.
She's like, we're in the rallies every year, and you're going to come over and
who
take
the
over.
fuck are you?
Yeah,
to tell us?
Exactly. So she refused to audition.
Really?
Yeah, she didn't even want to audition.
I feel like that's not teaching the kids a good like lesson. If they want to be actors in the real world, that would have been a perfect time to teach a lesson of like, you're not going to get everything that because it sounds like this drama club just kind of like let anyone in. So they didn't really get that experience.
I think, well, I don't know. I don't know if they had an audition process to get in for. I think they had bigger fish to fry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their main priority wasn't the rallies.
True.
So, you know, I don't fault them for, you know, whatever.
Being like, we don't have the time to do this.
Because there was a whole, you know, a whole club in school that it was a whole track that people went through. So I'm sure that was just like a fun thing that they did.
Yeah.
And they, you know, they put more of their eggs in whatever was more important to them for
makes sense.
their, you know, actual shows. But for us, this was our thing. So I'm like, I wanted
to
you.
Yeah,
exactly. So I want to know it's going to be good. So we asked if they would audition. We got some sass back and they refused to audition.
Yeah.
We're like, okay.
Then you're not going to be in it.
Yeah, and the drama teacher was like, well, we'll see how good their rally is, you know, like without us in it, you know.
Oh, so it really was like they weren't going to be in it.
Yeah. And they were like,
wait, did you say that, or was it them being like, never mind? Or were you like, okay, well then you can't be in it?
Yeah, we were kind of like, okay, well, yeah, I forget how that conversation went, but we're kind of like, we're not really. You got to audition to be in the rally is kind of what we said.
I love it.
Yeah.
Putting your foot down.
I mean, we auditioned the cheerleaders too.
Yeah.
The cheerleaders are going to be in the rally. I mean, come on.
And so like in this scenario, would it be like only these cheerleaders made the cut, or you were like just auditioning as a whole?
As a whole. So it was like the team. But we ran them through the auditions.
That is pretty ballsy. I love it though.
We rubbed some people the wrong way for sure.
Yeah, it seems like it.
But the cheerleaders were down to audition at least.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we'll show you like a rough thing of what we're gonna do. We're like, cool, thanks for doing that. You're in. You know, that's all it took.
Yes.
And we were down to have drama in. We just weren't gonna have them open. Oh, I think this is where they got rubbed the wrong way. We're like, we're gonna do the opening. We're down to have you in it if you audition, but
so you were demoting them on top of it.
Yeah, we're kind of we have our own idea for what we want to do.
You have to audition for a worse role.
Just for something else, you know. Not worse, it's just not the opening, you know. Which I was like, we're gonna handle that, you know. They didn't like that, so they were like, well, good luck with the opening, essentially.
Yeah, we'll see how you do.
Yeah,
you're like the bar is so low anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, you know, I never put on like a production like this before. It's a pretty big like production. We got a big rally budget.
Yeah.
And but my idea was like, okay, you know, people don't really like the drama thing. I was like, what if we come out and we're just like we're doing like it's like a crazy action sequence and we're doing like these big WWE type movements and we're like slamming each other through tables and we're like breaking bottles on each other's heads and stuff. So this is my vision,
stuntman vision.
Yeah, exactly. So I got my buddies together and I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. I made a choreography. My buddy Temo built these breakaway tables. And so we rehearsed with them and Yeah, so our first rally, our theme was a Marvel and DC rally.
Of course.
Big comic book nerd.
I'm guessing you were Batman.
I actually wasn't.
You weren't.
I was Spider-Man. Temma was Batman because he's taller than me.
Oh, okay. There you go.
We rappelled from the ceiling.
What?
Yeah.
How?
We had this guy come and rig it up.
Wow.
Yeah. So we learned how to rappel from the gymnasium ceiling.
Damn.
And we had like these CO2 canisters getting sprayed up at us. So we were coming through like the fog.
Oh my God.
And then we came down and, we were, amping up the crowd. And then we had our buddies from the crowd come out as the villains. So they came out of nowhere. One of us got hit with a chair. One of us got RKO'd. A big wrestling move. They got like grabbed my head and like slammed me down. And then we got back up and we just did this fight scene and we ended up slamming them through tables and we brought out this golf cart that we retrofitted to look like the Batmobile. So we like decorated it. That came out in the gymnasium. We were throwing candy and stuff and we had this big bombastic hip hop music playing. And,
oh my God, the drama teacher was probably so pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had like special effects and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's what it's what I wanted to do.
Did the crowd love it?
Yeah, they did. We got everybody came up to us afterwards. Was like, that was fucking awesome, and so we had 3 rallies a year. So every rally we kind of built off of that. We did like a Star Wars rally where we did a similar thing. We did a whole elaborate lightsaber choreography, and we got slammed through these big drywall pieces that we built. So we got force choked and slammed through these drywalls, and which Temo and his dad made, and then we did a decades themed rally where we went through like the 40s, 50s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I was like, I want to do a big like bar brawl. I want it to be messy. I want to have breakaway chairs and I want to smash bottles on my friends' heads and get bottles smashed on my head.
Did you do those like those sugar glass?
Yeah, we bought some sugar glass.
Wow, big budget.
Yeah.
How many people were at your school?
We had a pretty big class. Somebody from my school is going to correct me on this if this is wrong. Is 7,000 a bunch of, is that like too many for a graduating class? No, that's too much.
7, for a graduating class? 7,000, Colton?
Wait. Maybe.
Is that too much? I don't think there's any high school in the world with
7,000. I think it's 700.
That's crazy.
700.
That's still a lot, though.
I think it was 700 though.
Okay, per class. Damn. And it was the whole grade, the whole school?
I think for our graduating class it was like 700.
So, but the pep rally is the whole school, isn't it?
So we do 2 rallies a day to fit the whole school in.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you were like famous in this school.
People liked our rallies. They liked our rallies. I'll say this, and not to be like stuck in high school, but we would get told frequently, like even the people that were freshmen when we were seniors, by the time they were seniors, they were still talking about our rallies.
Oh,
they were like, you weren't there for the rallies when our freshman year,
The rallies of 2016 or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, exactly. 2016, 2017.
You're infamous.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Went down in history.
Yeah. And that kind of goes into, our school had there was a lot of drama, which this podcast would love.
Perfect.
Some shit started that year because a kid in my grade, he saw it's not the principal, it's like the
superintendent,
the president or something. Yeah, something like it's something the highest
really
ranking
high
guy.
up. Okay.
This kid in my grade, he saw him at the gym in the locker room, and his ass was out. So he took.
No, he did not.
And I think he shared it with the soccer team at school. So we had, our president of the school, his ass, getting spread around to the soccer team, which of course just spread like wildfire. And it was on Twitter.
My God. It was on Twitter?
It was on Twitter. Everybody had it on their phone.
Oh, he must have been expelled.
Yeah. Yeah,
because that's like kind of, I don't know if it's like revenge porn or it's not. I know it's not revenge porn, but like, remember, maybe this was like 10 years ago where that girl took a Snapchat of like an older woman in a gym locker room and was like, if I have to see this, so do you. And I think she got charged.
That's fucked up.
And I think like, I don't know if she went to jail or like paid a fine or whatever, but it was like big news. That's so violating.
It is. Yeah.
Oh my God. Did he have a good ass at least? Or was it like, poor guy.
He wasn't known to be the nicest guy.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So karma's a bitch.
So he was pissed when this happened. And so we
Of
had
course.
all the like the dean of discipline and all the blah blah blahs like come by, and basically anybody who could have possibly had the photo, which was like everybody at this point, they like plucked them out of class and pulled them into an office and basically went through their phone. So it was really fucked up because they had these guys, you know, who were like just like admin, like going like looking at everybody's private stuff because
Like
they said legally they
texts.
could. I don't know if that's true.
And photos.
Yeah, but I had friends who like had nudes of their girlfriends on their
Right,
phone.
underage girls.
Yeah, that these guys are looking at because they're trying to see if
They're
this
probably
dude's
fucking
ass.
sending it to themselves.
They might be.
honestly.
Yeah, fucking
Wouldn't put
pervs.
it past them.
I mean, I wouldn't.
And then we have a whole other issue now.
Yeah, it's
a
a
worse
thing.
problem.
That's so it's like, you know, in the pursuit of defending this man, you know, obviously it's wrong for that to have happened, that he got
Yes.
his ass exposed.
Yeah.
But now you got these grown adults looking at going through these underage kids' phones, which is in itself is an invasion of privacy, and they're seeing their private, probably pictures of themselves, of
Yeah.
their girlfriends that, you know, or that go to the school.
Yeah.
Like,
Did
really-
yours
really
get
fucked
looked
up.
through?
My phone did, but I knew they were doing this, so I deleted any pictures that I had, and I was texting my buddies, and I was like, hey, they're pulling people out of school. Delete anything you have. Also delete these messages.
Yeah.
You know, so that they don't see that we're. So I got
Yes.
pulled in. They liked me. I mean,
Well, you're the pep rally king.
yeah, yeah. So they're like looking through my phone. They're like, you're good. Like, get back to class. Thanks, Colton. I'm like, yeah, thanks, guys. And they pull my friends in. Well, they deleted the pictures, one of them, but he didn't delete the messages where I told him to delete the messages.
Oh, fuck.
So they pulled me back in. Because
Oh.
they're like, oh, yeah, you said delete messages because they can read messages. Yeah, we can. And we saw that.
Oh,
I'm like,
my God.
What the fuck, guys? You know what I mean?
Dumbass.
Yeah, I was pissed. I didn't get in trouble really because I didn't have the picture on my phone, but
they
were
would-
on to me. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
because you obviously deleted it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I never saved the picture. I probably had it in a group chat or something that it was sent to.
Yeah.
It was a whole shit show with everybody feeling like they're getting their privacy invaded, right? And
Mhm.
there's a lot of like kids getting detention that didn't really deserve it, and the admin was getting switched up all the time. So there was new deans of discipline coming in and out, and teachers were coming and going, and teachers everybody loved were getting fired because of the president guy, you know.
Mhm.
So people didn't like this guy, and now he's causing all this other shit because this happened to him.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's a bad situation all around. But now all the kids are getting affected, so people are upset.
Wow, Yeah.
I'm upset.
Parents probably too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for our last rally, which was our decades rally,
Mhm.
we did like 4 different decades. So we did the big bar brawl fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
We had our classmates do like a fun like 70s dance. We did like a gangster like 1920s thing, and then our 90s theme. I was like, you know, it'd be cool. We should do like a rap. We should do like a rap battle, like an 8 Mile kind of style, like underground
Of course.
hip hop cipher. Yeah.
Colton loves Eminem.
Yeah, I'm a huge Eminem fan, big hip hop fan.
He's rapped a few times in class.
Yeah. Yeah.
Killed it.
Thanks. But I was like, yeah, we should do like this, you know, like rap battle, and we're dissing each other. It was me and Temo were like the main, you know, battlers.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a bunch of people as our posses, you know,
Yeah.
around us. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start. Like, Temo, you'll come at me, you'll diss me, you'll kind of say some stuff about the school, and then I'm gonna come back towards you, diss you, but then I'm really gonna diss the administration. So I'm gonna have a lot of like disses that are kind of pointed at the school and the admin and the stuff that we've been going through this year.
Did you write it or this is freestyle?
I wrote it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
was
wrote
gonna
it
say,
beforehand.
damn.
Yeah.
That would be hard.
Yeah. And I even brought it up to our ASB teacher. I was like, hey, just so you know, like, I kind of had this idea, and we do have some lines that are directed at the school. I don't want you to get in trouble, you know, for like approving this. I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, honestly, I think if they get upset about that, they got to stick up their ass.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I feel good about
got
doing it.
Signed off.
Yeah, we started towards each other. And then when we started this in the school, we got like really big reactions from the crowd because everybody knew what was going on. You know?
Yeah.
So we kind of dissed the dean of discipline. We dissed the president.
president. And
We-
his flabby ass.
Yeah, we didn't mention that, but I mean, it was all surrounding that, you know,
yeah.
that
It was
situation.
implied.
Yeah. God, that would have been a funny double entendre though. If I could go back and like have some sort of sneaky, you know, like ass joke, that'd be funny. Yeah, and then we mentioned our friend who was expelled, you know, for the. We said his name, which caused like a giant uproar, and then everybody started chanting our old president's name, like asking for him to come back, you know.
Yeah.
it went over
It's
well for us.
iconic,
Yeah. So we got a lot of good reactions. And then, like I said, we do 2 rallies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was this the first?
That was the first
okay.
rally. So for the second show, we got word from the office. They were like, "Hey, don't do that rap again." And we were like,
Bring in the drama club.
Yeah.
525,000. They just pull out some random song.
Yeah, the drama troupe comes back.
Has nothing to do with the show at all.
Yeah, it's like on theme until it gets to the rap part, and then it just totally diverts.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they told us we couldn't do the rap, which then I got pissed. I'm like, oh, they're fucking censoring
us.
Yeah, they're censoring us. So the rap was the last part, like the last segment of our opener, that we did. So we did everything else. We did the brawl, we did the shoot 'em up stuff and the dance and all that. And then when we got to the part where we're supposed to do the rap, I came out with the microphone. I'm like, I'm gonna say something. So I went out with the microphone.
Yeah.
And I go, hey guys, we had something really cool planned for you for this last bit that the last rally got to see. But since the administration here doesn't know how to take a joke, they told us we can't do it anymore. And then everybody starts going, boo! And chanting the old president's name again, and it.
Oh yeah.
And then our poor ASB teacher, whom I loved, and we put him through so much shit that year. And I'm so sorry if you're listening. You're the best. He had to come out and calm everybody down, and
oh my god.
he got in a lot of trouble for everything for us.
Yeah.
Which is unfair. So we got pulled to the principal's office that day for that rap that we did.
Yeah.
And I think they called our parents. They're like, "What's your mom's number?" I'm like, "Call my dad."
Yeah. Literally, that was always me growing up too. Yeah, my mom was the scary one.
I think because they couldn't really get us in trouble because it was a freedom of speech thing. So they kind of gave us like a slap on the wrist, and
yeah,
they weren't happy with us.
Right.
So flash forward. This is getting to the theme park stuff, I promise.
Yeah,
It's a long-winded story, but
everyone's probably like, wait a minute.
Yeah. It ties in, I promise. And then our graduation was like 2 weeks after that. It was pretty soon after that.
Okay.
We're at our graduation rehearsal, which is like the day of our graduation. You do it like in the morning, right? And like they give everybody these note cards, and you write your name down phonetically so that the person reading the card knows how to say it. The person reading our names, at least during the rehearsal, was a friend of ours from our ASB class. We're like, hey,
it's Batman.
It's Batman. I'm Batman. It was me, Cormac, and Temo, the troublemakers. We're like, hey, well, what if we drew like penises on our name cards? That way when Caroline reads it, she like maybe chuckles when she reads our name. So I wrote my name, wrote it phonetically, drew my penis. Not my penis.
Wow.
It was a penis, a doodle.
Actual size.
Not
true to size.
Not to scale. And Cormac drew a doodle penis. Temo drew a doodle penis. Temo's was funny because he wrote his name, Temo, for phonetically he wrote Jack Me Hoff.
Oh my god. Classic.
And then he drew the penis doodle. So you had to go up, like shake somebody's hand, and then like hand the postcard to somebody, and then they handed it to her. But we were like, we shook the hand and we handed it straight to her. That way nobody else would see it.
Yeah.
And she's like reading it and like rolling her eyes. She's like, Colton Haley, like.
Yeah.
But our graduation ceremony was that day. We didn't know that like the administration was going to be going through everybody's name cards, but they pulled us into the principal's office literally like an hour before our graduation ceremony.
Oh
And they're still mad at us for the rally.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So they pull us in and they're pissed and they're like, this is sexual harassment and you can't be blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
And we're like, I'm like, they pull us in individual. I'm like, I'm like, this is a friend of ours. I'm like, does she think it's sexual harassment?
Yeah.
Like, did you ask her? Like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Like, they're like, we were originally going to give you a choice to either walk at graduation ceremony or to go to grad night, which was grad night for us was going to be at a big theme park in California. And now we're thinking, we're just going to let you walk and you don't get to go to grad night.
Oh.
And they told us this like up front, because I think one of my boys came out and they're like, yeah, they're giving us a choice, like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I was talking to them beforehand, before I got pulled in. And I was like, guys, let's go to grad night. Who gives a fuck about walking at graduation? Everybody does it. It's so boring. We already paid for the tickets to grad night. We don't get that money back.
Yeah. And you graduate anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna get our degrees regardless.
Taken away.
Yeah, I was like, let's go to fucking grad night because we get to spend all that time with everybody. Like, who cares about the ceremony? My buddies were like, but we got family coming, and our family's gonna be disappointed if we don't walk. I was like, whatever we do, we're gonna do it together, right? So I'm like, if you guys really want to walk at graduation, fine. I
So
think
they
it's
did
stupid.
give you a choice.
They did end up giving us a choice because
Okay.
I went in and they told me that, like, we were going to give you a choice, but now we think you should only walk. This is when they called my dad. So my dad was on the phone and he was like, yeah, so this is the situation. Your son drew a penis on his name card, and and this is very inappropriate. And my dad's like, he's like, I heard about you guys censoring my son during the rally, and I think that's a big infringement on their freedom of speech. My dad was like really in our corner.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, and I heard
Good
you were
parent to call.
Yeah. I knew who to give him,
Yeah.
which number to give him. And he was like, and I heard you originally gave them the choice to either walk or to go to grad night, and since you said that, I think you should honor that. So you should give them the choice. So then they folded, like, okay, like they can choose which one. All right, well, here's the plan. We'll walk at graduation, but we got to try to sneak onto the buses to go to grad night. All right, like, you guys down? Like, we'll walk, but you got to be with me. We got to try to sneak on.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, yeah, we're down. So we did the whole walking thing. We walked, did our ceremony, and then that night was when everybody went back to the school and got in line.
Okay.
Big line to check in at the door, and then they like put you in the gym, and everybody was just waiting until the buses were ready, and then they
Okay.
loaded people into buses.
So it was like a nighttime theme park thing.
It was nighttime to get there.
Oh, and you were staying overnight at a hotel.
We had these big charter buses. So I went to school in the Bay Area, so
Mhm.
NorCal. This theme park is in Southern California.
Oh, okay.
So we took a charter bus. It was going to be overnight, the charter bus.
Oh, so you were gonna sleep on the bus?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
I guess when you're that age, you
Kinda
can
suck
do
it up.
that stuff.
Yeah. So we're all lined up to try to get into the gymnasium. I'm like, okay, let's spread out. That way they don't see us all clumped together. So one of my boys was like in the front of the line. One of them was in the middle. I went to the end.
Okay,
So
smart.
it's a long line. So we waited for a long time. My boys both got in. Luckily,
They did.
yeah, they got their names checked in. Luckily, there wasn't, because it just happened that day. So nobody was notified to not let these kids in,
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Oh,
So
right.
they got in. And then I was literally all the way in the back of the line, which was bad because by the time I got in, there was nobody
No.
else to look at. So I got
you
in.
Gotta be in the mix.
Yeah. I was trying to spread out, but yeah, I was too far
You
back.
went too far back.
So I'm in line, and once I finally get into the check-in table, I see some what are they? The chaperones, what are they called? And fuck, I went to the wrong one because there was divided up by like alphabetically,
Mm-hmm.
and the one that wasn't part of my alphabet group was like a friend of my mom's. And I saw her and she's like, "Hey, Colton," and I should have
Yeah.
walked up to her, but I freaked out because I knew it wasn't supposed to be there, and I went to the one just that was in
That
my
was H.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I think when she was checking it, she was like, "Oh, Colton, it looks like there's an issue here." I knew if I went up to my mom's friends, she would have just let me
Would
in.
have let you go on.
And then and so I'm there for a second, and then I make eye contact with one of the the admin who knew
Was
all the
there?
shit. Yeah, he was the guy who pulled me into the office when the picture when they were going through the phones, and they were like, "He can't be here. He's not supposed to go on." They're like, "Sorry, buddy, you got to go." It's like, fuck.
Damn it.
So I left, and then I remember I hopped a fence to get like in campus, and I was like kind of hiding out, and I called one of my friends on the inside. I'm like, "Did Cormac and Temo make it in?"
Mhm.
They're like, "Yeah, they're lying with their face down." She sent me a picture. They're like on the ground like this.
On the
Try-
ground of the
try to-
bus.
in the gymnasium because they're all like held up in the gymnasium. Before
Oh,
they go
you
on
haven't gotten on the bus yet.
Right, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So they're all like trying to hide their faces. They're like sleeping on the floor, like belly down like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. I'm like, you guys haven't gone on the bus yet? They're like, not yet, but we're about to. I'm like, okay, let me know when you guys start loading up. So she calls me when they start loading up on the buses, and it's like in the back of the school. So I had to hop a couple fences to get around, but it's dark. So I'm hiding in the shadows.
Yeah.
Very Batman-esque.
Living out your dream.
Exactly. I see the bus that my friends are getting on, that I was supposed to be on as well, and it was with like the coolest teacher, like the teacher you want to be with, right?
Yeah.
And his daughter was in our grade, so he knew, but he was chill.
Yeah.
So I see everybody loading up on the buses, and it's dark, and I just sprint to get in like one of the lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I like get in the back of the line. And I'm like, "Hey guys," like I see some of my classmates are like, "Oh, like go to the front, go to the front."
Yeah. We can't do you at the back of the
Yeah, yeah.
line again.
They're like, "Get up there." And then I get to the front, and it's Mr. Anwar. This is the teacher. I'm like, "Hey, Mr. Anwar." He goes, "Mr. Haley," shakes my hand. He's like, "Get in there,"
Oh my God, I love him.
And I get on the bus, and I walk up the steps, and I look into the bus, and I see like all my classmates there, and they're all looking at me, and like one of them goes like, shut up. Like, how did you get on? And they're like, get in. They're like, go to the back.
Yeah,
They're like, go fast. And I sit next to somebody and I put a hoodie on and I just kind of I keep my head down like this. And then some of the admins come on the bus and they're like doing a sweep. I think they're making sure everybody's on the bus.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're looking to see if anybody's not supposed to be on the bus.
Yeah.
But we keep our faces hidden and we're spread out on this bus.
Oh, okay, you're all on this one.
Yeah, we're all on this bus. And so he comes in, does a sweep, and then he leaves. And then the bus takes off. So we made it on.
Oh my God.
And I think the whole ride just slept. We're like, we're not going to say a word.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk to each
Not
other.
gonna cause any problems.
Exactly. So we kept real low. We got to Disneyland. And then I think our first meal when we got there was Bubba Gump's.
Oh, yes.
So
iconic.
the admin sees us. He clocks us and he walks up to us and he goes, well, you made it here, huh? And I'm like, I'm eating my food and I'm like pretending I don't hear him as if that's going to help, right? And he goes, hey, you made it here. Well, you know, what am I going to do? And he walks away.
Wait, was it just one? Were you going to stay in a hotel that night, though, or you guys were coming back on the bus that day?
I think it was one day. I think
Jesus Christ,
yeah, I think it was
that's
there
a
and back.
brutal schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Overnight, I mean, I guess you slept on the bus, you said.
Yeah.
And then a whole day at a theme park.
Yep.
And then 6 hours back on a bus.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, like only 6 or 17-year-olds can do that.
And not only a whole day at a theme park, because it was grad night, so there was multiple like high schoolers there. So the park was open till like 2 a.m. or something for like the extra grad night activities.
And then you guys left at 2 a.m. to go back?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, how were the teachers alive after that? I would have had to be like rehabilitated for a week.
Yeah, I don't know how the adults did it.
No,
I don't know.
I could never.
Yeah.
Oh,
Troopers.
my God.
But I remember when we got there, some kid had a vape or something,
Mm.
and they literally had his parents come pick him up because of the vape. Like, because I think security caught it going into the park.
Really?
So they sent him back.
Oh my God, I'm surprised that they didn't do that for you guys then.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we got lucky with who saw that kid and who didn't see us.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
said there were so many, 7,000.
Right,
of you
7,000
guys.
kids. Hard to keep track
So
of
hard
everybody.
to keep track. Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, that was crazy. It was a wild senior year. We had a lot go down.
So fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I love it.
Yeah, we were some rascals. And shout out to our ASB teacher. He was the sweetest, and we put him through some shit.
Yeah,
so
you really
I'm sorry.
did.
I'm sorry for that.
But you probably made his year fun, you know? Like, it's probably fun as a teacher to...
I hope he can look back and have fond memories of it.
Yeah.
I know he was really upset with us for a while, and understandably so. But that's how memories are made sometimes.
For sure.
But yeah, I was proud of our resolve to, do it all. And
I know, that's some gumption.
yeah. And also because, I'm all for like punishment when it's deserved. I still don't feel like we deserved the shit we were getting.
You were standing up for what was right.
Exactly. And I'm going to do that. I'm not going to not do that.
That's right.
Yeah. So, that was our crazy,
I love that.
long-winded story, but
that was a good one.
Yeah, it was our senior year.
Well, we had a senior year. I told this story last year with my girlfriend Marta. We had a senior prank. It was like a scavenger hunt, and we all honestly, we had to rate it PG on the pod. There was definitely some worse stuff, but Marta can't really have that stuff out there, but maybe one day I'll be able to tell the full story. But so we were all skating on thin ice, and then we had our senior spring break trip down to Disney World.
Yeah.
And we stayed at a hotel. I think we were there for 5 days or something, and we all wanted to go skinny dipping in the pool, but somehow the teachers found out about it, and we didn't end up doing it, but we were all going to, but they were no, whoever was involved in the scavenger hunt, if you do that again, you guys are getting expelled and you're not going to graduate. But we still wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It seemed like so much fun.
Were you going to skinny dip in the resort pool?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We were okay, I think we've pushed our luck. Let's not get into that.
Yeah. You can only go so far sometimes.
Exactly. All right, should we get into a story?
Let's do it.
Thank you for sharing that. I loved it.
You're welcome.
That was so good. So let me preface this by saying I'm a massive massive Disney fanatic. Been to Disney World more times than I can count.
Wow.
I know every ride by heart and even have a tattoo of the castle on my arm. My wife and kids are less enthused, but they usually indulge me once a year for our annual trip. This year, our vacation was going smoothly until the incident with a certain cast member, that's Disney speak for employee. We were at Epcot, about to enjoy the Frozen Ever After ride. Now, I must tell you, I have an Elsa impersonator that I absolutely adore. She nails the character with impeccable perfection, and she's been there every year we visited. However, this year I noticed that Elsa was played by a different person. And it absolutely rubbed me the wrong way. I went up to her after the ride in front of my wife and kids and flat out asked her what happened to the other Elsa.
Oh, no.
This Elsa just smiled and said the previous woman had moved on to pursue other opportunities, but she'd do her best to make our experience magical. But it was not magical, not for me.
Oh, no.
She was doing everything wrong. Her voice wasn't right. Her gestures were too exaggerated. She even had the nerve to wear the wrong shade of blue.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it.
I decided to lodge a complaint at the guest services about this imposter Elsa. My wife told me to drop it, but I couldn't let it go. No pun intended.
Nice.
I was very adamant about the standards of Disney World, and I wasn't going to let this stand. I waited in line for an hour, missing the spaceship Earth ride my kids wanted to go on to talk to the manager. I made it clear that the new Elsa wasn't up to par and they were risking losing a loyal customer like me.
Oh.
My wife was livid. The kids were upset because we had to skip the ride they wanted, and the rest of the day had a sour note to it. She told me I was being an entitled ass and ruining the trip for everyone. So am I the asshole? In my view, I was just standing up for the Disney experience that I love and cherish. And is it really too much to ask for the characters to be perfect when you're paying so much for the trip?
Wow.
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 Well, I have heard that when you work at Disneyland, though, or World in this case, you, as a character, you're really not supposed to break character, though.
Yeah.
So that's what's a little fishy about this story is that do you think that the Elsa would be like, no, she's moved on to other opportunities because they're not supposed to break character, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's. I thought that's where that was gonna go. Was that Elsa got fired or something for even saying that?
That's what one of the comments said. Like you were by telling on her, you were risking her job.
Yeah, because I think there's supposed to be just like one character. You know what I mean? Like even though those characters appear in different parts of the park, it's supposed to be the same one, even if it's different actors playing that character.
Oh, yeah.
So like the fact that she said there's another Elsa. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to say that.
So do you think he was lying or do you think she actually did that?
The Elsa might have said that.
Oh, you do think so?
They might have.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're supposed to.
Sounds like she was new.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe
So
maybe she didn't know.
know.
I think give those characters a break. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a little harsh on the character.
And also, by the way, like these are just like working actors. Like it's just like you or I. Like we're just trying to make ends meet. And the fact that you're going to complain about like the standards of it. And mostly, I'm sorry, but these characters are for children.
Yep.
So the bar's a little bit lower for them.
Yep.
So you're weird. Disney adults. I should do a whole episode on Disney adults. But a little strange.
It's a little extreme.
And not to be heteronormative because I'm not quite sure if this is a man or a woman, but this person mentioned their wife. So maybe let's just say it's a man.
Sure.
This is giving like weird.
Yeah. It definitely sounded extreme to me.
It's like one commenter here says your obsession with a teen/college kid playing a princess is mad creepy and you really need to get your head on straight. You literally ruined the trip for your wife and kids. Nobody caused you any harm.
Yeah, because it's almost like this person is upset that this Elsa like slapped them in the face or something. Is the level of upset that they are.
Yeah.
But
to spend out like an hour and then you couldn't go because when you go to Disney World or Disneyland, like you really can only go on like 3 rides.
Yeah.
So he took away all of this time. You're not a critic, you know? It's just supposed to be like a fun thing.
Yeah.
And also, being like an incredible Elsa is pretty difficult because like Idina Menzel has like one of the most beautiful voices in the world and is like extremely hard to impersonate. So if that's what she's been impersonating, you really can only find so many people to do that. So cut her some slack.
Also, you don't. This Elsa might have been new, and maybe they're just getting into the groove of it.
Right.
And it can't be the same Elsa every time.
No.
So you got to be okay with it being different Elsas.
That's true. You're gonna have days off.
Yeah.
Like you weren't there every day as Batman.
Exactly. Well, for that show,
Were
I
you?
was.
Every day?
The show was only particular days of the week.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But there are other Batmans, yes, at that park.
Oh. Don't spoil it for the children.
Whoops. Cut that.
Let's see what other commenters said. YTA, and I don't buy that, quote, Elsa told you that. First, cast members in costume are not allowed to break character for any minor reason.
Exactly.
A guest walking up to ask about a former cast member is not going to get Elsa to share that. Elsa quit being Elsa and put their job at risk, especially if children are there. So this right here makes me wonder if this even happened. And if by some bizarre world occurrence it did, by telling guest services, you probably put her in trouble unnecessarily. This alone makes you the asshole. In addition, you chose to air the pettiest of grievances to guest services instead of spending time with your family.
Yeah.
You chose to ruin your experience and theirs. You were the only one who did damage, not some poor woman who didn't live up to your expectations for how a human could play a cartoon character. That's so true. Like they're playing cartoon character and everyone's going to put their own little spin on it anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because did you see all the like the Grinch ones? And some of those people like became famous for it, or like TikTok fans, especially I forget his name, but he was like the black man that did it. He was
he's
so
good.
fucking funny.
He's so funny.
I'll like link one of his videos if you guys haven't seen it. He's like professional improviser.
Yeah, amazing.
But he does put his own spin on it. Like it was clear it was him because he had his own little unique character going on. So it's like just let them be. It's creepy that an adult man is being this hard on young women. And also, like, do you think like maybe he like had a crush on the old Elsa or something?
Maybe.
That's what it's giving.
It's also it's selfish when you got a whole family there. It's selfish in general, but it's like you're making it about your wants and needs when you just enjoy the day with your family in the park, And
maybe some people liked that Elsa better, and now you're ruining it for them, and you're trying to get her fired. I mean, I guess he didn't care that he told on her anyway because it sounds like he's literally trying to get her fired.
Right.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
For not being exactly how you want her to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not right. No. Some of those impersonators are like really good. Like the Grinch one you were talking about, but also there's one at Universal I've seen on TikTok. She does Glinda from Wicked.
Oh, yes.
Like spot on Ariana Grande. Which those I feel like are really hard because now you got to play a character based off how an actor's playing a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which there was because Ariana Grande is an incredible impersonator.
Yeah.
There was definitely some times during Wicked where I was like, that was so Kristen Chenoweth.
Okay.
But there was like little times that she would do her voice like almost exactly. So you're impersonating Ariana Grande, impersonating Kristen Chenoweth, doing Glinda.
Yeah. It's so layered.
Yeah, it's a lot of separation and let them do their own thing.
Exactly.
I mean, we're definitely going YTA on him.
No, they're the asshole for sure.
For sure. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like your obsession with it.
Yeah. We had some, as Batman, there was some, people, look, I'm a super fan, so I get it. Some people get really into it and are really into the characters, which is great. It's great when it can stay passionate and like just love for the character,
Yeah.
But when it gets into like anger, that's when it's like,
it's really weird.
It is, because I get it. Like you at the end of the day, you have to remember it's imaginary and it's make believe. But I understand that, like, for some people it becomes almost like a religion, like it's like their whole, and like growing up reading comics, like I get it. It's like you kind of see a character a specific way and you want it, like the live action interpretation to be like just how you imagine it.
Yes.
But and sorry, this is off topic, but like with comics, there's so many different writers. So like you already get so many different artists, interpretations of these characters. So when you get an actor that does it and they're like, well, that's not how that's not how Batman is supposed to be. It's like,
Yeah.
well, but he's also been written that way by these other artists, you know, or these
Right.
other, you know, writers.
Some people get like too stuck on, or like they'll get upset when they do like a new Batman version. Now it's a new character. Like people get so up in arms.
Yeah.
Like Robert Pattinson's not going to do a good job. And it's just like, let it be. It's like, what does it matter?
Yeah. And it's like, if you don't like the current one, you still have the old ones to go back to that you do love.
Exactly.
So.
And they've kind of aged out of it anyway. So what are you expecting them? Like, do you want to see Batman as he's older? I mean, that's a concept in itself, maybe.
Yeah. Which is a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Robert Pattinson's an awesome Batman, by the way.
I've actually never seen it.
You should watch it. He's great.
Is he the most latest one, right?
Yeah.
The latest one.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap it up with a short one.
Okay.
All right. Am I the asshole for not leaving the theme park when my sick niece felt unwell? My niece, Allison, age 8, birthday was last week, and she wanted to do a specific theme park. Allison doesn't really have any friends, so my brother and his wife invited me and my family so her and Allison could have fun with her cousins, mostly my daughter, who is Allison's closest friend. We all went last weekend. Shortly after we got to the park, after the first ride, Allison started not to feel well and got sick. We thought it was motion sickness, so we hung out on a bench nearby, resting for a little while, seeing if she would feel better. We went on another ride that was really gentle, but she also got sick again. She was just having a really crummy time and wanted to go home. Allison's brother, Michael, immediately started getting upset about leaving early, so we offered to keep Michael with us and drive him home since we all drove separately and we had another seat in the car. My sister-in-law gave me a look. My brother suggested instead we all leave and go back to their place to watch movies and have pizza. Allison was really happy with that idea. Neither of my kids wanted to leave yet, and I couldn't blame them since we had spent so much time in the car driving than in the actual park, 2 hours versus 1 hour in the park. Also, we just spent money on tickets, food plan, and parking, so it would have been a huge waste to leave so early. I told my brother we were going to stay. We went back and forth for a little. Then it turned into a whole thing with my kids getting upset, mine and Michael with the notion of having to leave early, Allison at the idea of everyone else staying. In the end, my husband and I just took off with our kids to go on some rides. I assume my brother and his family left shortly afterwards. My brother, and especially his wife, are still upset about the whole thing and think that we were in the wrong and should have left the park when they did. They think since we were only there to celebrate Allison's birthday that we should have stayed with the birthday girl and not made her feel left out when she already feels like that around other kids. My brother's wife is so insulted that she won't be watching my kids after school anymore until we make it up to Allison. This isn't a big deal for us, but seems stupid and short-sighted of her because now Allison doesn't have a friend to play with after school. I thought that I went back and forth on this one.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I had an opinion until I remembered it was Allison's birthday.
Yeah.
That makes it the tricky part.
I know. Like they're there for her birthday.
Right. Yeah. So two families, right? And then one of them was the birthday girl. Birthday girl got sick, had to go home early.
Yeah.
Correct. And the other family wanted to stay because they spent the money.
Yes. And we're going to keep her brother. So it's like sets of cousins. And they were like, oh, well, the brother, like, and then we'll all stay on rides. And apparently she wasn't like sick, because I think a commenter was like, she was sick. Why would anyone want to go around with her? But it was like motion sickness.
Right. Yeah.
And I get it. Like money is real. And, you know, it sucks to like spend so much money on tickets. I mean, you know how much fucking tickets are. Like what, over $100 a person, right?
Oh, yeah. Easily.
And so that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I think it is kind of like shitty to have everyone drive 2 hours to a theme park. The kids are all excited about it. And then all of a sudden be like, well, no, now we have to go. But you're also there for the birthday girl. And it's like, it's my party and cry if I want to kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I'm torn on this one.
I am too. That's tough. Because it sucks to leave the birthday girl by herself.
When she already struggles with friends.
Yeah. If she was really sensitive about it, I would say go with the birthday girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which she probably is because she's a kid.
Yes.
And I mean, I probably would have been sensitive about it too.
I think so too. I would have been like, let's not leave her.
Yeah.
Right? Like if I was the mom.
But also if I was a kid and I had to leave the park early after only being in there for an hour, I'd be like,
I'd be really
Fuck.
disappointed.
Yeah.
I feel like I would almost be like, well, can't you kind of like walk around a little bit? And, like
Yeah.
while we wait, or like see how you feel. I mean, it kind of does sound like they waited on a bench to see if she was okay and tried another ride. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess it does suck being at a park. But I feel like at a lot of theme parks, there's other things to do besides rides.
Yeah.
So I feel like there could have been
Mm-hmm.
get some food.
Yep.
There's always like little shops.
Yeah.
I feel like there could have been a compromise, or hanging out with the characters.
Maybe she felt overwhelmed by everything, She probably
Yeah.
got sick and it was a lot of people and
Yeah, and if you don't feel well, I guess you don't want to be like walking around.
yeah.
But maybe they could have been like, well, why don't we go on one more ride
Yeah.
and then we'll meet you?
Yeah, or maybe they could or maybe they could have been like, okay, like you take Allison, was it?
Yes.
You take Allison back home.
Mhm.
We'll spend like another
Another
hour
hour,
here. And
yeah.
then we'll meet up with you since, our kids barely got to have any time here. They want to, there's a couple rides they want to hit. They're really excited. And then we
Yes.
still want to spend the day with Allison. Maybe a compromise would have been.
I think so. And then
Nice.
you could have pizza, watch some movies.
Yeah.
And she probably still wasn't feeling great. So it's like, why don't you get her home?
Yeah, give her some
Get her
time.
some water, get her out of the sun, let her lay down. And then she would be like replenished for
Mhm.
when the kids come over and have pizza.
Yeah.
Talk it out, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Problem solving.
Let's see what the top comment is. Not the asshole. You spent a great deal of money to get tickets to the theme park and you went for some distance. I am sympathetic to your brother and his wife, but I don't think it was fair of them to ask everyone to go home. It seems like there could have been a compromise here where you guys agreed to stay, an extra 2 hours and then head back. Maybe give Allison some time to feel better and her parents to plan food. There you go.
Exactly.
Wow. Great idea.
Mhm.
Great idea. Okay, but now let's talk about the brother and the wife's reactions. Because that's a little harsh. Like, I'm not going to watch your kids after school anymore.
Yeah.
But the compromise was, I'm not going to watch your kids after school anymore until they make it up to Allison. Well, why then just make it up to Allison?
Yeah.
Like, why isn't the woman that's posting just like, okay, what can we do to make it up to her?
Right.
Like, you're kind of just like being stubborn for no reason. Like, clearly she was hurt. She already struggles with.
Maybe that's part of it too. If it's like, I mean, I could see myself being that way if it's maybe a friend or a family member who's like maybe a little demanding, in a lot of situations where it's like, well, we're doing this, so you have to do this too. And then it's like, well, but I spent a bunch of money for my tickets and like, I'm not going to let you boss me around and tell me what to do. Maybe it's kind of a situation like that where it's because if they're being kind of a little petty about it afterwards, then, if I was in a situation with a person like that, I might just to be like, no, you're not going to tell me how to live my life.
Yeah. And now you're not going to watch kids after school.
Yeah.
Especially when Allison, my kid is her only friend anyway. So now you're punishing Allison even more.
Yeah. And you have to make it up to Allison. That's a little like, all right, let's calm down here a little bit.
Yeah. Well, someone here goes, well, I'm going no assless here since y'all spent the money to be there. If your brother and sister-in-law footed the bill, then judgment would be different, maybe. But perhaps your brother and sister-in-law need to be reminded that your children aren't your daughter's court jesters or emotional support people. Also, why doesn't an 8-year-old have friends and feels left out around other kids? And the poster says she has some odd quirks. For example, she really likes to copy what people say a lot, or random phrases from movies over and over and over again.
Me too.
Some of her, yeah. And then some of her eating behavior is unconventional. So it just sounds like she's kind of a quirky kid, but maybe they do enable, like, I don't know. It sounds like the parent, because sometimes parents like overreaction and stuff.
Yeah.
And them just letting their kids get their way can sometimes like attribute to them not having great social skills with other people.
Yeah, they get like spoiled in that sense.
Yeah. Which I'm not sure, but I do kind of lean towards that. Like, you're there for the birthday girl.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened? They just stayed and then did they never go over?
Yeah. Yeah. How did that shake out for the rest of the day?
They didn't say, right?
No.
I just think a compromise, like we were saying, and
Yeah.
obviously the top comment said that too, would have made most sense.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's just maybe a little bit of tension between these two families anyway, and it was like perfect example of both of them being kind of selfish,
A little
I
stubborn.
guess.
Yep.
But she was sick.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Make her go there all day?
No. I mean, if she's uncomfy, take her out.
And I do kind of think that you do have to cater to, I mean, we get like once a year where something can be about us.
Right.
So what do you think? Whose side are you on? Or you could be on nobody's side.
I mean, I really think a compromise would have done a lot of work here.
Yeah. So maybe we're on no one's side.
I mean, I guess I do feel like a little biased for the birthday girl.
Me too.
If it was any other day and like say it was an event that Allison's parents put together, not necessarily for her birthday, but they're like, hey, let's do this so Allison can play with her friends and whatever. And then she got sick and they were like, well, let's have everybody leave. Then I'd be like, oh, well, I mean, no, because they paid for tickets, let them enjoy the park.
Right.
Then I would think they're being the asshole. But since it is her birthday, it sucks to be alone on your birthday, especially when you think you're going to have a whole party with you. And then all of a sudden they're having fun without you.
Yeah,
like, that sucks.
That's true.
So
okay, I'm kind of leaning more towards the birthday girl side too. Even though I don't like the kind of like punishment that the brother and sister-in-law are giving.
Yeah,
but also if you make like
it's a little
she's
manipulative.
Like, it's very manipulative. But then it's like all you have to do is make it up to her, but
how? What does that even mean?
I guess another play date somewhere else.
But you won't let my kids come over.
Yeah, true.
We have a play date.
Yeah. How are we gonna do that?
Yeah.
All right, I think we'll just maybe everyone sucks.
Yeah.
But Allison and the kids.
Yeah. Totally.
So we're on no one's side.
Mm-hmm.
Write in and let me know what you guys think.
I'm on the kids' side.
That's a hard one. Yeah, we're on the kids' side.
For the kids, all of them.
Always. Well, thank you so much for joining me. This is so much fun.
You're welcome.
We've
Thank
been talking about it for a few months now, so I'm glad we finally made it work.
Yeah.
And thank you guys so much for listening. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram for all the latest and greatest polls. And you can watch our beautiful faces on YouTube. And remember, you can't spell drama without D.
So true.
So true. I mean, that's a fact.
That's just a fact.
It really is.
That's a literary fact right there.
Yeah.